Welcome, Scorpio and Scorpio cross watchers, to your reading for this week. So we have the Four of Cups here. Just going to make sure nothing else flipped. Scorpio, what's interesting is I actually feel like you're not paying attention to something that's being offered here. And what's interesting is it's almost feels like there's this surreal energy. If ever you've watched, like a action movie and like a flashbang goes off and they do it where there's like this like ringing in the ears and you can kind of hear that someone's talking, but you can't hear what they're saying. It kind of feels like that seems to be what's going on with you and whatever this thing that's being offered. And I feel like you are, it's almost like it doesn't quite feel like it's a rejection or you not necessarily even wanting what's being offered. I actually feel like you do, but you're trying to ignore it. It's like you're trying to not pay attention to it because you are focusing on what is in front of you because you feel like you can do a better job with what's in front of you rather than bringing something new into the fold. There's this energy of feeling like whoever is, currently in your circle, it almost feels like you feel like you owe them something. It's almost like you may have excelled in your life and they didn't, and you're looking at them like, I probably could have helped them along the way. Whether that's true or not, that's what I'm kind of seeing, that you're the space that you're in. So you're looking at it like either I could have helped them or I should have helped them, that type of energy and feeling. I'm going to ask you a question instead of telling you something. Scorpio, is it guilt that is driving you to kind of absorb your surroundings the way that you are? Because from what I'm seeing, I actually feel like there is an energy here of feeling like whatever this thing is that's on offer, you may be feeling that you don't deserve it, right? It's almost like because you feel like you didn't help what was already in, like, people when you feel you could have, it's like you're hesitant about taking something else on that is actually what you worked for because of guilt. Because it's like, well, does that mean then that I'm going to continue, like I'm just going to leave everything further behind? And listen, it's not that, I'm not feeling that there's that like codependency, all that kind of stuff that can sometimes come with that sort of energy. I feel more that it's like, you seem to be at kind of like the precipice of a choice, like a choice point here. I feel like you're looking at it like you can have one or the other, but you can't do both. And maybe that is the case, right? I'm not really feeling that either way. I feel like actually even considering if that's the case has not really been something that you've done yet because you've been looking at them so separately. It's almost like even though this thing is being offered to you, you seem to feel like it would somehow make you greedy for accepting it. It's like you actually do have quite a bit in front of you. And there seems to be this energy of, it's almost like you may be afraid to accept it, because it's not that success scares you necessarily, but it feels more that it's like if life gets too good, feeling like, well, if life gets really, really good and then I the rug gets pulled out from underneath me or I get knocked down again, it's almost like because you achieved so much and you did so well, the fall from grace from this level, it's almost like you can't quite wrap your mind around it, right? It feels like before you reach out and accept it, it feels like it would be too much to lose. And even if that's not quite it, there's just this fear of accepting it, of feeling like, okay, now I actually have everything that I want, which of course I'm sure there's other things, but just bear with me to explain the energy here. So you're kind of looking at it like, if you accept this and you have everything that you want, what then? Oh, okay. Scorpio, it feels like the type of energy where you've worked and worked and worked and you've built this thing here, and now this extra like element is trying to come in, and it's almost like, well, but I like, then there isn't the goal, right? It's almost like if you are someone that worked towards changing, like generational trauma and that sort of stuff. Once you have, it's like you've reached a certain point that now it's almost like you're looking at it that if you accept this thing, it's almost like the prospect of being able to enjoy life is unfamiliar. In which case, if that's the case, I am so sorry. Because it's got this energy of like, you've had to work and you've had to push and you've had to struggle and you've had to, and it's like, and that has been life. And that, it doesn't, obviously it didn't stop you. But it's like, now you're going to have this element, and it's like, now, you have all of the things that the you 10, 20 years ago decided to work for. So you've got it now. And I feel like you're looking at it like, if I push it, if I take this one more thing, does that mean it's all over? Is that going to be the beginning of the end? It's almost this energy of like, you don't want to push your luck with the universe. So can we get one card for... So we have the Magician reversed. I feel like there's also seems to be a bit of an element that whatever it is that's being offered, there's the hesitancy is coming from what the cards were talking about before, but I actually feel like it's because you weren't actively manifesting this thing and it just walks into your life. And it's kind of like, okay, this now. And I feel like you're wary of it because you don't know if it's coming from a source that means, that wants good things for you, or a source that doesn't. And I feel like it's kind of difficult to trust, right? It's like you've built what you have to the point that, I mean, obviously it's very important to you, but you don't want to risk what you've built for something that you weren't actively working towards right now anyway. If that makes sense. And I feel like there's this, that it keeps coming back to like, well, yeah, this is here, but this isn't what I manifested. Is this really for me? It's like, you could be walking down the street and see $10,000 on the street, and you see it and you're like, oh, wow, that would be great. And it's like, and something stops you like, wait a second, let's think about this for a minute. It's that type of an energy, right? I mean, obviously that's not, the actual situation, but it's got this thing of feeling like you may have been told, or you kind of ground a thought process into your own mind that like hard work brings results, which it does, right? But I feel like that may be why you're hesitant to take it, because if ever you've heard the saying like easy come, easy go, right? Like, you're not interested in that. I feel like what you are interested in is building something really solid. And that's not to say that this thing would be easy come, easy go. From what I'm seeing, I want to like preface this with, make the decision for your own life, right? Obviously you will anyway. From what I'm seeing, I feel like there is a definite reason that you are hesitating And I mean, it's obviously that it's that you don't trust it, but there is something off about it. It's almost like it doesn't quite make sense. I feel like this element, it's like it would come in and you would accept it, and then there's a certain element of it that would leave, and it wouldn't really come back around for a while. And I feel like from what I'm seeing, it looks like you would just rather not have it if it's going to be that type of thing. And that doesn't quite describe the energy properly. It's almost like if it's going to be that type of thing, I feel like it seems to make you actually pretty frustrated, maybe even angry that it's being offered in the first place, right? Like, come on. Not quite like, how dare you, but it does have this energy of, here's this cup being offered, and I kind of see you wanting to be like, just get that out of my face. From what I'm seeing, okay? And, you know, obviously you're going to make the decision for your own life. From what I'm seeing, I don't think that you take it. And I feel like there's this energy of you looking at the situation like you are genuinely happy with what you have. And I feel like there may be times, if you decide not to, where it, you know, it does enter your headspace. You do give it some thought. So Scorpio, I think I'll leave it there. I love you guys. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.